Hi, this is the second part of the series, so I recommend you watch the first part, but otherwise I'll give you a quick overview. Basically, in the first part, we defeated Builderman and Brick Duo using only the block button. Yes, I still don't have a proper picture for it, I am so sorry. We defeated Builderman and Brick Duo specifically by parrying projectiles and surviving the pressure they apply as well. The main objective of this series is to figure out how much of Outlaws Robloxia you can meet only with blocking/parrying. I think we should probably continue the series now, so let's get to bloxxer. Hopefully it's not gonna be hard. Why? Is this guy so easy? Alright, let me break it down. Builderman can be parried but also applies pressure with his minions. Same with Brick Duo using Noob. That's what makes him actually hard. Bloxxer can't apply any of that pressure though. He's the easiest boss in the series. He has 2 parable attacks and doesn't have shit. I'm sorry. Seriously though, you can deal so much damage to get hit so little. I mean, just look at this. Okay, wait a second, I messed up pretty bad there. Look at this. 200 damage with just 2 parries. You do not understand the value of that. Yes, bloxxer can heal, but just watch me win. Alright, so now that that's out of the way, let's do Stamper. This was a lot harder than it should have been, but after dealing with bloxxer, I think it's fair enough. By this point, you already know how these bosses work. 1 or 2 parable attacks and lots of pressure alongside it. As you can see in this cinema, though, Stamper has a lot more pressure than openings, to the point where this 1 parable attack is pressure. You'll see that in a bit. You can see here that the pressure is Stamper himself, Stamper's stamping, Stamper's stamps, which in my opinion the money bags are the worst, and the CD. The CD is the one thing that can be parried, and if you time your parries right, it can actually deal a decent amount of damage. This is why Stamper is so difficult. Half of the time, all of the pressure I just explained can make it harder to parry the CDs. And every time you miss a parry, 1 CD can take away 15 of your HP. But there's a cooldown to parrying, so actually it's 60 HP. I don't have skill issue here. I don't know why I'm yelling. I literally did this first try. Yeah, this is the right one. I just found out my lowest was actually 35 HP, which I'm sorry, but you can see the pain from literally everything Stamper threw at me. Now, before we move on to about trees, I just want to say a few things. You can skip to this timestamp if you want to continue with the actual video. What I'm about to say is not that important. First of all, if you've actually watched this far, I like money. Like and subscribe, like, right now. Secondly, at the time of editing this, Clipchamp, which is the thing I used to make these videos, was actually breaking apart, so the quality of this specific video is significantly worse. Unfortunately, I can't do that much about it, so I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to stick with this, I guess. Lastly, you might think this series is completely faked, so I'll try to put links to the full unedited attempts where I won each boss in the description. That's really it, so now we can actually move on to about trees. This guy is meh. This clip is around 6 to 7 minutes. Why did I say that? But I cut out basically all of it because most of it was just walking in. When you fight this boss normally, you have to dodge projectiles, but they're so slow, all you have to do is walk and wait for an opportunity to attack. But since this is a challenge where you can't attack, you have to walk and wait even longer, which is why I skipped right to the good part. Just enjoy this. And that's it for part 2 of the series. Nothing to say other than this is inspired by Mr. V and G Colon, so like and subscribe and have a good day.